All right, beautiful people, and we are back. So, like I mentioned at the top of the show, it's a new year, but we're talking the same talk as we were at the end of last year. Because, guys, cash is king right now. It is a time for us to get our finances in order, and we have the one and only Clark Cadet from Clark Cadet Consultant. He is a financial coach. He's a partner of the OFC. He has all type of awesome programs and initiatives that he has created and that he's been running. We're excited to have him on with us today to empower you all. My brother Clark Cadet, welcome to the Empower Hour. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Farrah. Hello, beautiful people. I hope everyone is doing well.
Awesome. So my brother, everybody who listens, who tunes into our show regularly knows that before we dive into the business, I always like taking an opportunity for our guests to connect with our listeners, for them to get to know a little bit about you. Be behind the cape because I say the cape because I feel what you do is like superhero business. So it's like, so who's the man? Who's the man behind the superhero?
Man, I appreciate it. Yeah, listen, my name is Clark Cadet. I'm 39 years young. I was born in Montreal. I left when I was 3 years old. Then I spent about 20 years in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So I'm pretty much American by culture, we'll say. Uh,
I like that.
So obviously, I'm not a fan of the cold winter. So we
Mm-hmm.
can get that out the way right now. You won't see me here in the winter unless it's absolutely necessary. But
You're right.
it's basically, I moved back in 2008 during the recession. I wanted to learn about the place I was born. I had never been back since I left.
Mm-hmm.
And I fell in love with the city, not only just the culture, but the potential opportunities. People in Montreal, Quebec, Canada in general, there's just that opportunity. And, I'm blessed to have an amazing wife and a 1.5-year-old daughter. I'm
Congrats.
super passionate. Thank you. Thank you. I'm super passionate about helping the Black community, both adults and teenagers, get educated on financial literacy and getting to do so from someone who looks like them. So it's
Mm.
a different thing when you hear it from someone that you can relate to, someone that you can see, yeah, he's been to where I've been. So
That's it.
it rings differently.
Yeah, that's huge. And the thing I was blessed because you blessed us and did some of the youth that we worked with through WestCan, and you came and you did an exceptional workshop with them, and that's where I first got to see you in action and to hear the wisdom. And people like anyways, I'm gonna say you're welcome in advance because we had set up the workshop for youth, and I could tell you every counselor, every adult that was in the room was taking notes for themselves. So it was like it was things where the information that you're sharing, and it's such a huge value to have a person like you in the community now who's empowering our youth coming up. Because again, like you're sharing things with them that, Lord, you know that saying, if I knew then what I know now, and now they are actually literally in a position where they're getting to know then, right?
That's it. That's
So
it.
I'm really looking forward to what it's going to do. And again, and just and knowing your story, knowing where you came from, I know I have I'm a little I have a bit of privy because of the fact that we've had enough time to connect and to chat and stuff like that. But what touched me the most um, was your real life situation when you had just got started and you wanted to start investing and stuff like that. Because it's something similar happened with myself and my entourage, right? Where it's just like it's not just about having money, right? And I think that's where people underestimate like the value of their credit, right? The value of their payment frequency habits and stuff like that. And so this is why it's exceptional what you're doing in terms of just educating the people on that in itself. So let me now let's transition a little bit to talk about actually what you do. Like first, so the business that you run, what is the actual business? How does it work? And so you're a financial coach.
Absolutely. So I'm a financial coach, not at all to ever be mixed with a financial advisor.
Yeah.
I would never tell you where to place your money, where to invest your money. I'm literally here to help you manage your money that you currently have. So I work with people helping them eliminate their debts, increase their savings, and most importantly, maximize their credit score. So as you know, and as we discussed, the credit score is so crucial. It's so important. So I created Clark Cadet Consulting out of necessity because there
Mm,
was no one in the Black community who was not associated with a big corporation and that had been through everything possible with credit, from building to rebuilding and maximizing credit to mentor.
mm,
So I wanted to become what was missing in my life. So I said, you know what? there's going to be young people out there, 18, even younger teenagers, that are going to need that influence. And sometimes, me coming from a Caribbean background, even my parents didn't know what was going on financially.
Exactly. Yep.
So having that experience and being able to put it together, I created Clark Cadet Consulting. And literally, I've been working with, we're over 60 clients already since last April to now, that we've
Wow.
served and helped not only build and rebuild their credit, but even start businesses and get financing for their businesses as well.
That's
So
huge.
literally working hard. And then of course, every year we upgrade. So now I've started the Cadet Care Foundation, which is basically a nonprofit organization that I've put together with, other two board members, and it's fully Black led. So Black men, Black women, and we're working for the Black community. And what we're doing is putting together opportunities to help serve our community for low income, minority, even prison reform. We're doing so many different programs starting in 2024 because we want to give back to our community and show them that people that look like you are here to help you. So you don't need to worry about, oh, well, you know what, who's not doing for us? Know that the people that look like you and represent for you are doing for you.
No, this is huge, man. And it's like I said at the beginning of the show, or at the beginning of the interview, but it's almost like I need to change that to credit is king, because it's like it's really, it isn't just about having your money. It is about the information that you're teaching people now. That's really what's going to make a difference. It's not just about saving your money, because I, I know that there's people who thought saving money under their mattresses or saving money in boxes would give them some real wealth down the line. I know when they show up to the bank and the bank's like, I don't care if you have $1 million. It makes no difference. It's like, we're not lending you a cent. You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the reality of it. A lot of people don't do it. And I give them an example. I say, this is very broad, this example, but it's very simple. If I know that you spend your money every time you get it, your paycheck comes in and your paycheck comes out, and you come to me and say you have $100,000, but you want to buy $120,000 property, I can't trust that after you put that $100,000 in, you're going to pay the 20,000 because you've never shown me that you can be responsible. So that's why credit is so important. And that's why it's so important that we start young, because these teens get a credit card at 18 years old, and no one tells them that that one missed payment is going to haunt you for 7 years. Well, I'm going to
Yeah,
tell them.
man, my brother, yo. And the thing is, I have to say, like, I love my mom. I remember when I just hit 18, I think it was 18, and I
Mhm.
got my first credit card. Yo, she was so excited that I got I remember she brought it to me at work. I was working at Wendy's at the time. She was excited, but she didn't. I could tell you, she did not teach me how credit works. She was happy that I was able to get it, that I was able to start getting credit, but she did not tell me how credit works. She did not tell me how to pay down and make sure the balance stayed at a certain point. She did, mind you. I have to say, I was on top of my credit regardless. I did do a good job. So I was on top of my things. But just to say, it wasn't based off of the knowledge that that she taught me, because she just wasn't aware. So again, being in a position now where we can educate the community is, it's life changing, it's game changing, I have to say, especially for the generation coming up. So now, if we would like, I just to get a clear idea. So now, and again, you made it very clear, you aren't a financial advisor, you're a coach. So people who need, like, to have an understanding of like how credit is impacting their lives, they come to you for that kind of support. They want to rebuild their credit. So let's say they've already made mistakes and they want to figure out how to reestablish their credit. They could come to you for those things. And that's personal, as well as if they want to get themselves properly situated in order to launch their business or get financing for their business. So
Absolutely.
those things are extremely vital, because I know one of the things that was huge for me that you had mentioned in the workshop with youth was even just our cell phones. Our cell phones being one of the biggest things that destroy our credit.
1000%. The two biggest factors is your cell phone and your credit cards, the payments. People would think, oh, cell phone doesn't matter. Something as simple as saying, oh, I forgot to make my payment on this date, and then I receive the next invoice and it says, well, I have to pay double the next month. Well, I'll just pay it next month. No, ma'am, no, sir.
Mm,
They're not telling you anywhere. It's not their job to tell you that you're going to make that payment next month. Yeah, and you'll put your balance at zero, but now you've got a negative impact on your credit score that's going to be there for 7 years. And I promise you, 7 years from now, you will go to apply for a loan for your first home after you finish school and your career is going, and they will question you about that one late payment. I
wow.
guarantee.
So my brother, okay, so this is it. So now this is what the people need. So now, where I'm really excited that we've been able to collaborate. So we've joined forces between Clarck Cadet and the and One Full Circle, and we're offering programs to the community. We're offering support to the community. We're offering an opportunity for those who are in need of this information to get access to the information. And what I appreciate about what you want to do is, like, when you came to the community, again, your goal is to connect with community, and it was to enable them to get access to this information in the easiest way possible. Right.
Yes.
So so we said the first point of entry, what we should do, very different than what most institutions do, where they'll come up with a program, come up with something, and just throw it at the people and say, look, you guys have, if you want it, you have to come and get it. However, we're feeding it to you. We're going another approach where we're thinking about the people first. So we're putting out a questionnaire for the community to be able to respond to us and let us know. Right. So now I first I want, if you could take a couple of minutes just to elaborate with the community what these workshops are that you were looking to put together for them.
Absolutely. And like you were saying, my slogan with my company is for the community, from the community. So with that being said, that's exactly why we're taking this approach and getting information in order to create something that's tailor-made to the company, to the community, and it works. So as far as my services go, what I've done is created an actual certification. This certification comes from gathering information from financial institutions and private lenders to find out what is it that you need from our community to approve them for these loans for the finances that they need. And upon gathering this information, created a curriculum where we're going to discuss everything from, like I said, how to eliminate those debts and keep your debts under 30%, how to increase your savings so that when you approach a lender or a bank, you can show that you have a good cushion of money and you know how to save money. And then more importantly, like I said, with your credit, making sure that your credit score is where it needs to be. So how do we optimize? How do we utilize credit cards and lines of credits to build our credit? So you'll learn all of these things in detail, but not just from an aspect of what the bank wants, but an aspect of what's realistic to your reality, your budget, your lifestyle. We're not going to tell you need to be paying $400 every 2 weeks to your credit cards if that's the majority of your paycheck. That doesn't make
Mm,
sense. We
right.
tailor your lifestyle and your goals. And what your certification ends up doing is giving you a certificate that says that I am financially literate. I know what I am doing. So these financial institutions don't have to do so much screening in order to know if you're eligible for certain products. When they pull your credit score, they'll see, wow, they have a good credit score. When they ask about your savings, they'll see you have a good savings. And when they see that your debts are low, they'll say, well, you know what? This person obviously is on top of their stuff. We can trust them to take this chance.
Wow. So it's like what you're doing is you're helping to level the playing field. You're helping to increase the odds of those who've been years having struggling getting access to their financing, or access to financing, I should say. And a lot of times when you get denied, you're not even really sure why, and you're not even sure what the next step is. And like, I love this. I tell people all the time, prevention is better than cure. Usually I'm talking about physical health, but and mental health. But in this case, I'm talking financial health. If you know how to prepare yourself, funny enough, actually, they all seem to be equal right now: financial health, mental health,
Yep.
and physical health. They're all just as important. And so if you know beforehand what to do before you go, it is exceptional. And that is, and we're not just like, we're talking things like being able to get a mortgage eventually, right? Things that could set your family up, set your life up. Like, I know a bunch of people who are renting in apartments and stuff like that, and they don't know the where to even start when it comes to getting ready to go after a mortgage. Like, some of the like, it is surprising how many people are just not aware. But if we could start to educate these people and put them in positions where they can start getting mortgages, start being homeowners, start creating legacies for their future generation, like, start setting those seeds in their lives, from now. Again, it's going to be a huge game changer for our future generation. So I'm super super excited. So now let's deep dive a little bit more, because now, what do you normally offer? Like, I know, so this is a particular program that we built, we're putting together for members of the community. What do you normally offer? What services do you normally offer, to people, from your regular services?
So from our regular services, there's normally three packages. In 2023, there was three packages. First one was the blueprint, which is basically you set up a call with me, we go over a few things, and we set up a blueprint that you can take and go on and do what you need to do with on your own. Then the second service was the blueprint with the coaching. So it was continuous coaching for a few months where I walk you through your journey of rebuilding your credit, and increasing your savings, doing what you need to do. And the third service was all of the above, but I help you start your business, incorporate, get your insurances direct, get your bank accounts together, and go get your lines of credits and credit cards for your business. Obviously, you can't get business credit until you have good personal credit, so it's all in line. Now, what I've created now in 2024 is something called a strategy call. Strategy call is a new service you'll see on my website, which we'll plug after. And it's a 1 to 2 hour call where you come in, you bring me all your problems, and I bring you all solutions. And this is for self-autonomous people. So if you're like, I don't have time to meet you every week, Clark, or every 2 weeks, but the holidays, everybody gave me a deal to spend my money, huh? But
Yeah.
nobody's giving me a deal to pay my debts off.
Right.
No. So I'm that guy. I'm here to say, you know what? I let the holidays go by. I didn't mention it. Now we're in January. We're going into February. Your tax returns are coming. You're going to be paying interest on all those debts for a long time.
Mhm.
Let's get a plan set up. Set up one call with me. Bring me your problems. I bring you solutions. And now you can apply that so you get out of debts and you stop giving your money away.
Wow. So I love this, and it's like it's like it almost seems like we're getting the best of all worlds right now. And you even just mentioned, guys, we already know tax return time is right around the corner, and now it's guys, please, we want to take the opportunity now to get ahead of this, so that when the tax return does come, you know exactly what to do and how to manage and how you're going to deal. I'm super. So this is huge. So now, all right, so we want to create this opportunity, and again, like what is loud and clear to me is again the value of what you're offering, like something like this. And I've been to different workshops. I've been to workshops where it costs us thousands of dollars, like I'm talking $5,000+ to get access to the information. Now we are looking to do something different for community. We're not going to go into prices right now. I just want the people to know this. Prepare yourself to be pleasantly surprised on how inexpensive we've made this program for you guys. Okay, that's I'm gonna leave it like that, because I want people to be curious, be excited, to connect with you, to be able to find out. But now, so for people who want to get involved, now, like we had mentioned at the just now, we're not just putting this package together and just trying to force feed the community. We want to hear from you all. We want to make sure that the program that we put together is in line with your needs. The dates and time that we're envisioning putting together lines up with your availability and your schedule. And this is going to be a first for you guys. We want to make sure that the price point that we've set can accommodate to your budgets. Guys, you're welcome in advance. All right. That's just to tell you how dedicated we are in terms of trying to creating these opportunities for financial empowerment in our community. So, Clark, can we please share the contact information so for people who want to take the survey, who want to who want to connect with you? How do they find it, and how do they connect?
Yes, so you can go to www.clarckcadet, ClarckCadet.com. On Instagram, you can reach out to me at Clark, the Financial Coach, CLARCK, the Financial Coach. And you can email me at clarck@clarckcadet.com. If there's any questions, you can reach out to the OFC. There's so many ways to reach me, whether it's not social media or my website, Facebook. But get informed. Get literally do this for yourself. The
Mm-hmm.
holidays, we do everything for family, we do everything for others, but we're stuck with the debts. We're stuck carrying the bag. I want that to end. We're gonna make
Mm-hmm.
financial decisions every day, and it starts with changing habits. And I can tell you that 75% of my job is habits. I help people change the habits so that we change how we react and we change the results. So let's do it together.
Yo, my brother, you just hit it right on the head. I remember when I went to the Secrets of a Millionaire Mind workshop with Harv, where I can't remember his name, Harv something. Um, and that's what my biggest takeaway from that workshop, which was not cheap, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. The biggest takeaway was that being wealthy has nothing to do with how much money you make and how much money you earn. It's all about your money habits. It's how you manage when you make $1, when you make $100, when you make $10,000, when you make $100,000, when you make $1 million? What are your habits? So that's why poor people will always be poor. Rich people will always be rich, no matter what. And science has shown it. Life has shown it. You could take $100,000 and give it to two different people and see one person go broke within a span of days, and another person establish generational wealth.
Absolutely. You are
Same
spot
hundred
on.
thousand, right? Same 100,000. I'm just blessed to be in a situation where I've been privileged to connect with a lot of different people, experience a lot of different things, and see just what has happened on two different sides, and it really comes down to habits. So what you're doing is a game changer. I know it's going to have an impact in our community, and I'm really looking forward for kicking this off in March. So now, guys, as we are preparing to close off our interview here, this is the Empower Hour, and we like to create opportunities for our guests to empower our listeners. So, with that, Clark, do you have any words that you would like to leave with our listeners to empower them today?
Oh yeah. Okay, let's go at it like this. So, as we navigate the world of finance, all right, in 2024, let's hone in on conquering debt and building wealth within our community. So, I'm right there with you. So, coming from the same roots, I share the same insights as you, and I'm going to bring you tools that simplify our financial journey. So, let's work together. Let's break free from debt. Let's create prosperity and uplift our community. So thank you for joining me on the path to financial freedom and success. Thank you for working with Pharaoh in the OFC. Thank you in advance for the things that you're going to do for yourself. Because in 2024, you're not only going to eliminate and get rid of those debts, you're going to change your mindset. And we're going to become owners, not tenants. We're going to become owners, not clients. This is what we're going to do. Let's do it together.
Woo! Claps to that. Claps to that, my brother. That is powerful. That is powerful. Again, I thank you. I thank you for blessing us today on Partly with the People, for being a guest on the Empower Hour show. And again, just for partnering with the OFC, for joining the community, and for your dedication to what you're doing. I know it's like we touched on it briefly in terms of just your evolution from being just having the for profit to even having the foundation, and there's tons of things. So we definitely will have you come back again, because I know there's initiatives that we're working on throughout the summer and stuff as well. Being able to have youth become more empowered. So we're definitely gonna have you come back on to be able to connect with the people and to be able to let the families know what kind of program and what kind of services offered to their youth. But for now, my brother, I'm wishing you all kind of success. I want to remind the community again.
Oh, I believe we lost you, brother.
So you're able to let me back into the meeting?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, okay, I guess I became the boss all of a sudden. I'm like, fine, I'll admit it.
Yeah, I have no clue what happened just now, so it's good. Um, so that is really funny. So now I basically my phone just went black. Like I don't know what just happened, but I think it overheated. Like because I like it just went black and the phone's super high. But normally it gives a warning like phone's getting hot or something. But I can't lie, it's hot where I am. Okay, like
Yeah. Hey, thanks for
I'm
rubbing
holding
it
it
in,
down
all
right now,
right?
but
You
I'm sitting
got
in
it.
front of the fan. Okay, so probably
Hey,
between me talking on it, it being plugged in, and just the heat, period, the phone's like, look, I need a break. So look, but you know what? We've got it all in. Oh, I'm still recording right now, actually, so that is fine. Um, make me the host of this.
uh,
Thanks. I think yeah, you have the ability to swap it up.
let's see. How do I do that? Let's see.
Yeah, because right now I can't even pause it, stop it, or
Participant invite. Well, we'll find
go
some
to participant and it should say make host.
participant more. Make
You know
host.
what? Hold on.
All right.
Let me
There you go. There you go.
yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, good. All right, so now I'm gonna shut it down. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I could this might not work, but I'm gonna try anyways. Okay, good. G, we've covered everything. Okay, good. It should be I'm gonna try to get on perfect. I just want to make sure I have it saved in the right account. All right, good. So we covered everything. We got the whole interview in. Yes, yes.
Recording in progress.
You log in on two things. There you go.
Okay, good. So, all right, so we got everything in, we got everything recorded. We have our to-dos on my end. I'm going to send you I'm going to start the connections, the introductions. So you're going to get all those, and we're going to have member services get on the survey with the deadline for to have it for next week, Tuesday. All right, so they'll reach out to you, and then this interview we just did is going to air next week, Thursday, and I'm going to have you come as a guest to the BNI next week, Thursday as well.
Excellent, perfect. And when this airs, will you be able to send me a copy? Because I want to post.
Okay, Drew. Sorry about that. So as I was closing off the meeting, my phone died. So I'm just gonna do a just a little close. So let me pause so you have a little cut here. So, Brother Clark, again, thank you for everything you're doing within the community, and just looking forward to continue to supporting and empowering you guys. Again, stay tuned, everybody, as we now dive into Kaya's Jambalaya. Guys, we talk about it all the time. Mental health is important, physical health is important, but financial health is just as important, because these days, if your financial health is off, it impacts all the other healths, if you guys know what I mean. Today, we have the one and only Clarck Cadet, financial coach, who's here to share about the programs that he has set up. We're talking about an amazing, amazing initiative that is going to empower you all just in time for tax season. Today on the Empower Hour.